Facebook keeps doing this thing. All right, let me reconnect Facebook. I'm going to remove it and redo it. Looks like we are live on YouTube, so that's good, but let me reconnect Facebook. Okay, I think we're live on Facebook. Let me just make 100% sure before we get started.
And I can look on my Facebook page too.
Okay, oh, yep, I see us. We are good. Okay, excellent. Awesome. All right, well, we will go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this today. Thank you for joining us today in our live broadcast. I'm Jamie Chavez, the President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And each week we bring you a series of live broadcasts. Monday's broadcasts are your backstage pass to City Hall with interviews with city council members and other key leaders in the city. Wednesdays, we talk to our newest members of the chamber, bringing you an introduction to what they have to offer. And on Friday, I have the pleasure of talking with JeffCo County Commissioner Tracy Kraft Tharp, giving her a chance to inform you on broader county issues. If you're new to our broadcast, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and like and follow this page if you're on Facebook, and you'll get notifications for when we go live in the future. If you're on YouTube, you can subscribe, and all of our broadcasts are there. All of our previous ones, you can go back through and watch them as well. And as you watch this broadcast this morning, we encourage you to engage with us. Please drop your comments, ask any questions, just say hello in the comments section, and we'll get to those during the broadcast. And now a very warm welcome to JeffCo County Commissioner Tracy Kraft Tharp. Happy Friday.
Hi, happy Friday, happy spring.
Yeah, happy spring. And good morning, Dave.
Oh, who's here?
Dave Carpenter's here.
Hi, Dave Carpenter.
Yeah, spring, finally. It's I'm looking out my window. It's gorgeous out there.
Yes, it is. We were just talking about how fast March went. Shocking.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know where the first quarter of the year went, and now here we are. It's going to be April.
Amazing.
Yeah. So what's going on? What do you have to talk to us about today?
So I have a list of things to go through. Some of it are things that we have talked about in the past, things that are still happening. I've got some what I hope is some interesting information to be able to share, some dates and some times of when you can connect with the commissioners. So let me jump in. I have not talked about this before. Do you know about the gateway to the Rockies?
No, I don't think so. It's
kind
familiar.
of a broad question, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a coalition called Gateways to the Rockies of Gilpin folks, Clear Creek, and Jefferson County, looking at opioid and the opioid settlement dollars and how will we spend them within this region.
Okay.
So yes, that was kind of a broad question, but they call it Gateway to the Rockies, and it's mostly public health folks, sheriff, the emergency management folks, commissioners, mental health folks that are involved in this. So this last month, we had the Gateway to the Rockies Opioid Conference, in which over 100 people gathered together in Jefferson County to talk about what's happening in Jefferson County, what the opioid use is, what resources we have in the county. So that was pretty exciting. I think what I've heard and is that we are one of the most innovative regional councils in the state. So really looking at working together, pulling together, and what are some innovative resources we can bring to help people out. Awesome. So, yeah, so that's a little different. Yeah. Another thing that we're doing that I have not talked about in the past is called the Glow Park. So in Golden, on South Golden Road, there is the old prison that has shut down, and back behind that is NRAL. So the state and the county, the EDC, a lot of the key resource people have been working together. I want to say a year, maybe it's been 2 years, at looking at utilizing that land that was the old prison, developing a renewable energy campus. So renewable energy businesses will come there. And we really see that it will be kind of the ground zero for renewable energy resources. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lots of growth, lots of development, that whole area. If you go down that South Golden Road, there's a lot of growth that's happening, some to the dismay of the neighbors wondering what the heck happened to our neighborhood. Long term, I think it will be good, solid jobs, innovation, creativity. That really will be a place I think that people will admire. The little town of Pleasant View is there, and the county is really working with the town around some development to be able to help them out during this transition. But it could be pretty exciting, and it's called Glow Park.
Yeah, how did the name Glow Park come about? I really like that.
I don't know. I should make something up. I don't know. I just know that they're calling it Glow Park.
Cool. Awesome.
Yes. So then I want to talk about snow, and hopefully this will be interesting. So Dave Carpenter, tell me if you find this interesting. So, we had a gigantic snowstorm, a once every 20-year snowstorm 2 weeks ago. You might have been out of town then, Jamie, or were you here?
I was here for the second snowstorm we had. So I think that's the one you're talking about.
The first one.
The first one. Okay. Yeah, I missed it.
Big snowstorm.
Yeah.
So it happened so Wednesday night it started snowing. It snowed all day on Thursday, snowed somewhat on Friday. Big, heavy, thick snow. And so we received a fair number of calls from people saying, when are you plowing us out? And which is a good question because people were stuck in their homes, especially up in the mountains. The snow was so heavy that the snow plows could not just plow it out. They needed to bring the graders in to be able to grade those roads first, and they needed to go over them a couple times. But I wanted to, we got an update on the snow plowing situation. So wanted to share what I thought was interesting information. So the road mileage that we have in Jefferson County is equivalent to driving from Denver to Tampa.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't you think that's interesting?
That is interesting. Yeah.
If you took all the roads at Jefferson and unincorporated Jefferson County, and plotted them out, you would be driving from Denver to Tampa.
That's a long way.
It's a long way. And I think it really kind of gives a visual of, oh my gosh, unincorporated is pretty big and we have a lot of roads.
Yeah.
We have 4 priorities during snow days. One is, of course, the major arterial roads. The fourth, the 1,500, it's about 1,500 miles. Yes, Dave Carpenter, thank you.
I don't know if he knew that or if he Google mapped it real quick or what. But.
No, you might have heard the presentation the other day. The fourth, the lowest priority that the snow plowing has is cul-de-sacs. There are close to 1,400 cul-de-sacs in unincorporated Jefferson County.
Also a big number.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So in order to plow, there are 82 shifts. He Googled it, Dave Carpenter.
Had to.
There are 82 snow plowing shifts during the day, 60 at night. So we need 140 snowplow drivers to be able to be fully shift and fully plow. So we need 140, we have 107. So during the storm, supervisors were out there. Everybody that they could, anyone that walked by, they were grabbing and saying, go plow. So if people are looking for a job, this is a job that is open. We could use 40 more, and we are still in March. and April, which is snowy times in Colorado. So sure could use people's help.
Yeah.
But I thought that information was interesting. It took,
It really is.
yeah, it took the staff 4 days, 24-hour shifts to be able to get all the plowing done. Now, I was getting emails from people on Friday morning saying, when are you coming and plowing us out? And I was responding saying, it has not even stopped snowing yet.
Everything is shut down.
Yes, I'm sorry. We can't get you out quite yet. Really want to commend the great job that our snowplow drivers did and our roads team did. I mean, they worked really hard, and I think they're the ones that everybody, but I think we need to pat them on the back and say, nice job. Thank you very much. And we're very proud of you for all the work that you did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did miss that storm, but I was flying in like a day or two after because my flight got canceled because of the storm. Flying in, I got to look at the mountains, which are it's always beautiful to fly into Colorado, but it was exceptionally beautiful that day.
Yes. I mean, spring snowstorms are beautiful storms, but the snow is so thick and heavy, that it's hard. And we still have snow here at my house. And you know the secret of living in Colorado, Jamie, that you buy a house on the south side.
Yes.
Nobody tells you this until you have already bought your house. Right. Fortunately, we have a south-facing house, and usually the snow goes away, melts off pretty quickly. But it has not this time. It's still sitting out there.
Yeah. Well, it's been kind of cold, but it's warming up now, so I think it's not long for this earth, that snow that you've got.
Right. We're saying Sunday night. We could get some snow on Sunday night, so I don't know.
We did have a couple people join. Brian had joined and Eric Gardner joined, so thank you both. Good morning.
So you missed Dave Carpenter's shining moment.
Yeah. His good use of Google Maps.
Very proud of you. So that's snow and snow plowing. So if you see two things, if you see a snowplow driver, one is bow to the plow, stay away from them, and the second is wave and say thank you and be nice and friendly because they're working hard. And if you know someone that wants a job, send them our way.
Yep, good information. Thank you.
Thanks. So I have talked about Together JeffCo. This is our 2-year plan of looking at our zoning and ordinances and regulations and updating them. And, a big part of why it's 2 years is really getting a lot of community feedback and input. We have had a number of open houses to invite people to, and we have 2 next week. So on Tuesday is Arvada, and it's at the Arvada Field House. So that's at 59. Here, let me look at my calendar to make sure. On Oak Street. I don't know if I've ever been to the Arvada Field House, so this should be interesting.
Yeah,
so it's 5724 Oak Street in Arvada. And then that's from 6 to 8 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, it's in Littleton at Chatfield High School. And that also is from 6 to 8 o'clock. So what they're doing is it's an open house style where they have tables all around the room with different aspects, and they have staff there. So I encourage people, if you have feedback from experiences that you have had, come share them with us, good and bad. We learn from the bad. We are thrilled with the good. But come and share your experiences. If you have ideas or thoughts, come share those. If you just want to learn about planning and zoning, land use in Jefferson County, it's a good place to do that. It's really good. It's a good opportunity to be able to learn learn about what we're doing in Jefferson County. So that's 2 more staff input. We will get some feedback, I think, in May, starting to look at different modules, and the board will start to vote on different modules as we're moving along, so we don't have everything at the end. But we are a year into this. We have another year to go. And it really should revolutionize our land use situation.
Yeah, I'd like to put those on our calendar too. Are they on your? I assume they're on your Facebook page. And
yes,
okay,
yes, and JeffCo.us. Search for Together JeffCo will give you all the information that you ever wanted.
Cool, thank you.
Yes, and part of it is it's not necessarily part of Together JeffCo, but it's part of the whole land uses. We really are looking at short-term rentals. We have received a lot of feedback from people about short-term rentals, permitting, and the regulations surrounding those. We will be getting feedback. Staff have been doing community meetings, and we'll be getting feedback from staff to start to vote on and make changes around short-term rentals, I think in May.
Okay.
So if people have thoughts about that, come to the Together JeffCo next week. Share your thoughts and your opinions as we start to put that together.
Awesome. Thank you.
No report out of Jefferson County is complete without talking about budget. So we are in the budget process. We have budget. The commissioners have a meeting with the budget team every other week to start to go over different aspects. So we are looking at deficit 2025, and that deficit will probably, right now they're anticipating it will be about $28 million in deficit. We had a $16 million deficit this year, but we were able to cover it through the federal ARPA dollars. But federal ARPA dollars are ending at the end of this year. So now we need to look at what are we going to do. So as part of that, we have asked each department to put together plans of a 12% budget cut. That's huge. It's painful. It's not, it will affect services, and it's looking at which services it will affect. As part of that, I've talked about this before. We've hired a consultant who is in the process right now of talking to people in the community. We have a 3-stage polling process of calling people, talking to people, and so they will be reporting that out to the commissioners soon around what's the feeling of the community. So there's a number of different options. Do we cut $32 million out of our current budget? Or do we look at bringing something to the ballot? And if we bring something to the ballot, what is it? Do we bring a debrucing measure again? Do we bring a sales tax measure? Do we bring a property tax measure? So no decisions have been made. No decisions have been made. No decisions have been made. We get lots of emails from people saying, you hired a consultant so that, you could raise our taxes. No decisions have been made. So we'll be working on that between now and July. So I'm looking at Dave Carpenter's question. Oh, is the Westminster Chamber included in the referrals regarding the budget? I think he's asking if the Westminster Chamber is being asked their opinion. So our polling company is doing polling. Some of those could be members of the Westminster Chamber. If the Westminster Chamber has feedback, we want to hear it. Absolutely. We're taking all the feedback that we can because we want to provide the services that people are interested in. Understanding that service cuts could be painful, but if that's what the citizens are wanting, then that's the direction that we'll go.
All right.
And,
awesome.
and I'll probably talk about budget stuff every month because it's the thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
I have 2 other things. I don't know how we are on time, but one is last week we had a town meeting. The recording of that town meeting is on the website at jeffco.us, or it's also on my Facebook page at Tracy for JeffCo. So it's only an hour, so encourage people if you're interested to take a listen. We had 2 main topic areas. One was budget, one was Together JeffCo, both of which I kind of touched on. So we contacted 50,000 people in Jefferson County and asked them to participate in our town hall. I'm not sure how many people we had, somewhere between, I think, 800 people. There was quite a few. We had a lot of questions. The number one question that we had was about the consultant that we hired for the budget process. Probably 5 or 6 people asked the question around, why do we hire a political operative to raise our taxes? And I talked about this last month, that did I receive and other electeds receive a campaign contribution from the consultant? Yes, about $100. However, the process of hiring the consultant was through the objective procurement process that's used for all contracting. No electeds were involved in hiring that process. And we hired somebody who knows the political arena because this is a political arena. And that's what we wanted, is somebody that will understand what the community, getting feedback from the community, and working together. So we hired the Bighorn Group, and we're pleased with the work that they're doing as we're trying to figure out what we're going to do about this budget process. So that was the big question at the town meeting. Yeah. So encourage people to go on it and listen and learn about what's happening in the county.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then last, I want to say that I want to invite people to our commissioner meetings, just to remind people that on Tuesday mornings at 9:00, we have hearings. That's in the hearing room on the first floor of the of the Jefferson County Administrative Building, or it's virtual. Those meetings can go anywhere from an hour to 10 hours, depending upon what some of the things that we're talking about. We have public testimony at the beginning and at the end. So really encourage people to come. When we get done, then we go upstairs to the commissioner's offices. We have a boardroom there in which we have staff briefings. People are welcome to come to the staff briefings or listen to them virtually. There is not public comment at those. But that's an opportunity for staff to start to talk to us about grants that they're applying for, to be able to get permission, different directions of departments, to get the board direction. So it's a wide range of things. So encourage people to participate in that. That could last most of the afternoon, depending upon what's on the agenda. And that agenda is on jeffco.us. And then on Wednesday mornings, we have the commissioners have meetings with the county manager and then with the chief of staff. Those are available virtually. There's no public participation, but those are public open meetings.
Okay. Those are 9 a.m. also?
9:30 on Wednesday morning. 9:30
Okay.
to 11, although we usually get done before 11, but 9:30 to 11. So like this last week on Wednesday morning, our county manager had staff talk to us about affordable housing and what the direction is in the county around affordable housing. And then we got our snow plowing update. So there's, I think, interesting information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you got your from here to Tampa?
Yes. Yes.
That's
So
great.
they had a slideshow. So I copied those off and to get ready for today. I thought this is an interesting way of looking at it.
It is. And I would not have guessed that it was that much road.
Right. I would not have either.
Yeah, but okay.
Right.
Looks like we have a question coming in. Is it fair to characterize Boulder County's and Superior's lawsuit against RMMA as causing the failure of the noise roundtable and wasting taxpayer money and time and throwing out the consultant solution?
Okay, so number one, I can't talk about the lawsuit because you can't talk about lawsuits until they're taken care of. But yes, there is a lawsuit from Boulder County and Superior. I think there might be some connection, but it might be two separate things. I look at it as two separate things. The Community Noise Roundtable has been meeting for just a little bit over 3 years. I'm part of that roundtable. I represent the county, and there was a proposal at the last meeting by by the Broomfield representative and the Boulder representative to end the roundtable. We will have a vote at the next meeting, which is next week on Thursday, around whether we do that. I don't know which direction it's going to go in. I don't know, exactly what's going to happen, but it'll be interesting. Are the two connected? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Dave, thanks for the question. I think he told me he might be coming up with another one here. We'll give him a minute.
And while we're giving him a minute, let's say thank you to Dave Carpenter for his work on the Planning Commission. So he is one of the members of the Jefferson County Planning Commission that looks at land use cases and how we are developing in Jefferson County. So thank you for all your work. Actually, seriously, thank you for all your work. They meet at night, and they meet like till very, very late, oftentimes, and they've got some tough cases. So that's not an easy role to play. So thanks, Dave Carpenter.
Yeah. I knew we had another one coming. Has the Verb developers updated the commissioners on Sims? Are they still on track for an October completion? And so maybe give a broader answer here for anyone that may not know.
So North Sims between 100 and I want to say 112th and I-128, Highway 128 is closed. And anybody that lives in this middle area, in the north area, gets it and understands it. And it is, I hear from people, and I'm in agreement with them. I take Sims all the time to be able to get to Flatirons or to the airport or, anywhere up north. And I am truly appreciating when Sims is open because, it's workable, but you have to go from one end to the other. So the Verve development, which is on Sims and Highway 128, is in process. And as part of that, they are moving the Sims Road. The good part of it is that Sims Road will be expanded. The bad part of it is that it's taking a year to be able to do that construction because they have to move all the utilities underneath. They closed it in August. Yes, my understanding is from what I've heard that they are on track to open in October. But I got to tell you, we're in April. October is a long ways away. I'm as miserable as everybody else. And the bad part is I keep forgetting that it's closed. And so drive up that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
And it is a bummer. Yeah. But what we are being told is that it will be amazing when it's done. And we will be more than pleased.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll just have to wait until October for that reward.
A long ways away. Yes.
It is. Yeah. Although we were just talking about how fast time's going. So maybe
it'll go fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, I don't see any other questions coming through. Do you have anything else that you'd like to mention? Do you have any fun plans for the Easter holiday?
No, I don't have fun plans for Easter holiday.
I don't either.
It's the weekend. So we are binging a show called Travelers. Have you watched it?
I haven't. Is it about travel? Is it about time travel? It's
about time travel. Do you like science fiction?
Mm-hmm.
My husband loves science fiction. I'm not real crazy about it, but so it's about in order to change what's happening in the future, they are sending the consciousness of back to the 21st century. So if we make changes now, then the world will be different in the future. It's very weird. And a lot of it, I am, I don't have a book here. A lot of it I'm watching like this. Because it's pretty wild. It's pure science fiction.
I bet I would like it. I'll check it out. Yes. I like the weird stuff.
Right. So that's what we're doing these days is we are binging. So that's probably what we'll do to relax this weekend? How about you? You have plans for Easter?
Nope, nothing out of the normal. Just probably making a bunch of eggs and
Oh, very fun.
yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me on and being able to go through what's happening at the county.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. It's a lot of important information to get out to people. So thank you for being here with us, and we'll see you again at the end of April, which will probably be here before no time.
I know, absolutely. And people should call me or email me if they have questions.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much, and thanks everyone for joining, and happy Easter, and see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.